You're welcome for another day of navigating the scriptures. The book of Genesis, we try to fish out what is the foundation to learn the Bible. We know the foundation is the most important thing when you are learning the scriptures. What is our foundation? Listen. Whenever we are doing anything we are doing that we are learning the scriptures, the foundation is the most important. The foundation is the most important. And if we will do well, we will not neglect the foundation. The foundation is the number one. The foundation is the number one. That is why we are doing what we are doing. The beginners, leaders and ladies will learn. So that the main purpose of the scriptures will be used in the life of man. We are learning the way from the time of Abraham, the father of faith, and his children. His children followed him. Isaac followed him the way of his father Abraham. He could transmit it to the son, Jacob. Jacob followed the same way. In as much when you read the scriptures, you will now know why Esau sold his birthright. Esau have gone marrying the daughters of any way he feel like, and people that God said that they shouldn't have anything with. Although when we come to Moses, will come to understand why God has said so. That they should not take wives from these ones. So why? That's a covenant. The strength of a man stands in the covenant. Write it down. The strength of a man comes from a covenant. The covenant made concerning that man. And who makes the covenant? God, the maker of the same man, make covenant for man, make covenant with man. The covenant that runs over the years till the day end, the covenant of the God made with Abraham. The covenant he made with Abraham. It's in Abraham that the whole thing manifested. We remember Noah walked with God. Noah was called a righteous man. But in Abraham, the whole thing was established. He's God of Noah. But inasmuch that God has said that the whole nations of the world will behave like Abraham. That's why you say the God of Abraham. I'm telling some of the Jews who like their names, they say God of this, God of that, God of this. We don't know the God we are saying. We are talking about the God of Abraham. The God of Abraham remaineth our strength. The God that has established this earth and the fullness thereof remaineth our strength. The God I'm telling you about these holy scriptures is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The God that established, the God from the Genesis attest to this, according to the scriptures, that he established the heavens and earth. And if we will walk the right way, we have to embrace the honors manual, which is the Holy Bible. He wrote it, he gave us the book. Some people will now ask question, how did God write this book? God uses people. That is where you understand how God uses his servants. He uses servants to manifest his work. Some of the work you see him do is through his servants. I was talking in Genesis 33, I talked about how everyone is called. But the privilege of understanding that you are called, is a privilege. Just like salvation, everyone have been given the salvation. But understanding that you receive salvation is a privilege. And anything you receive with such strength, and you know that is a privilege, you have to guard it well. I talked about the servant in that place. If you have not seen that video, go and look to that video. Genesis 33. So when we come together like this to learn, it makes me happy. Because after this, I know we have fleet of change makers. The whole world will hear us. And you will be part of it. You will be number one of it. You will be number one of it. I know you will not exclude yourself, because it's something, it's honorable calling. And God have decided to make it at this time. That's why he called us to establish this pattern of teaching, learning the Bible at your own pace. Whether you are from Saudi Arabia, you can learn, because they say you don't handle the Bible, you can learn. Whether you are in the nations that they don't allow people to bring the Bible, when I'm showing you, you learn. Learn how the foundation of the world, how it's established. Until we get there, let's touch chapter 34, so that we will know what we are doing. And as we continue to do it, God will help us. God bless you. So with Genesis 34, Dinah and the Shechemites. Look at it. Look at it very well, because we are going to read together. Are you seeing my stream well? Okay, as I'm reading, you read. Now Dinah, the daughter Leah had born to Jacob, went out to visit the women in the land. When Shechem, son of Hamor the Hivite, the ruler of the area, saw her, he took her and raped her. His heart was drawn to Dinah, daughter of Jacob, and he loved the girl and spoke tenderly to her. And Shechem said to his father Hamor, "Get me this girl as my wife." When Jacob heard that his daughter Dinah had been defiled, his sons were in the field with his flock, So he kept quiet about it until they came home. 6. Then, look at it here. 6. Then Shechem's father Hamor went out to talk with Jacob. Now Jacob's sons had come in from the fields. As soon as they heard what had happened, look at it here, what has happened. They were filled with grief and fury, because Shechem had done a disgraceful thing in Israel. By what? By what? Let me keep it so that you will see it. I know you can see it. You can see it. So that you will not say you didn't read. Read. By laying with Jacob's daughter, a thing that should not be done. But Hamor said to them, "My son Shechem has his heart set on your daughter. Please give her to him as his wife. Intermarry with us, give us your daughters, and take our daughters for yourselves."